Hi there, welcome to this video when I'm at Carsington Water to see what birds I can photograph. Carsington Water is a huge reservoir just outside Ashbourne in Derbyshire. Now I did come here last year in the middle of summer and I got some great photographs, the highlight being a sedge warbler on the top of a plant which was really stunning, and hopefully I might get something close to that today. If I do, I'll still consider myself really lucky. We're coming into spring, it's the middle of March, and this morning it's quite a cold day. It was frosty this morning, -2 as I came out of the house, and as I drove over you could see behind me there's blue sky, but there is a very ominous bit of cloud coming over which is going to spoil the light slightly. I don't think it's going to cause any bad weather, but it will just lower the light conditions. But who knows what I'm going to see today. Whatever way, I know I'm really going to enjoy my photography. Thankfully the sun's decided to make an appearance again, so I've managed to lower the ISO, but it's still given me quite a good shutter speed as well. And as I came around this corner here to the water behind me, there was a Great Crested Grebe quite close to the bank, so I got some really nice photographs of that in the sunlight. And then a little bit further out on the water there were some Canada geese and also a coot. This stretch of water here behind me is very populated with birds. Over to my left there's a flock of coots, and I've counted at least 50 individuals, quite a large flock. As you can see here behind me there are some Canada geese that are very friendly. They've been swimming past where I've been standing, and I've also been watching some Great Crested Grebe out on the water. I've seen a pair and then 3 together, and I've been watching the pair for quite a while, hoping they would do their courtship dance, and eventually I did manage to get a little bit of video and some photographs of them doing it, but they weren't quite straight onto the camera. They were one slightly behind the other, so it wasn't an absolutely perfect shot, but I got it nonetheless. But I've stayed here for quite a while, so it's time to move on. If you're enjoying this video, you can do me a really big favour by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. Not only does it really help out the channel, but it also makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. As I've walked along this path, the grebes have sort of followed me and got themselves into a much better position for me to film them doing their courtship dance. So I've got a much better version of that. But while I've been waiting here to watch those, I've also got some photographs of a robin in this bush here behind me, some little grebe out on the water, and I've had some flybys of some oyster catchers. Now they've flown by at least 4 times with a very distinctive call, and I've missed them every time, so they might become my white whale this morning. But equally I might just stumble across a huge flock of them a little bit later, who knows. you'll be able to see more video and information of the courting grebes later in the video. There's a bush just here behind me, and a few seconds ago there was 3 or 4 house sparrows dotting about inside it. Now yes, they're very common birds, but there's still a challenge on having the patience to just wait until they land in a good spot so you can take their picture without any branches in front of them, because this is a particularly busy hedge. And so with a little bit of patience, I think I've managed to get some nice shots of them. Behind me there's a blind, and to my right there's a hide. Now I've chosen not to go into the hide because it's heated for one, and so I'll steam the cameras up, and also there's only glass and you can't get the camera through any apertures. So I've decided to stay at this blind because behind me there's a very, very busy island that's covered with black-headed gulls. There's also some Canada geese about, and I did manage to get that photograph of the oyster catcher that I was hoping for. Now there was only one oyster catcher on the island, and it did get bullied away by some of the black-headed gulls. But I've also got some more photographs and video of the grebes courting as well. So I think it's been a morning of glorious grebes. The usual time to see great crested grebes dancing in the UK is the springtime, so if you head to the water's edge you will see the great crested grebes perform the beautiful ritualised move of their courtship display, including the weed ceremony. Keen to impress their dance partner? The end result is a gorgeous headset composed of a frill or tippet of chestnut and black tip feathers that surrounds their white faces like a sundial, faces that are topped off with a set of black horn-like plumes. Many grebes will have already paired up on wintering grounds. It's only upon arrival at their chosen breeding lake or reservoir that the couple will truly begin testing the waters of their fledgling relationship. In addition to cementing their alliance, the other reason for their elaborate display is to carve out sufficient aquatic real estate to feed their family. Often the first and also most common display component to be observed is when the pair come together after having spent a while feeding apart. Facing each other with erect necks, the two birds will begin either alternately or synchronously shaking their heads and extravagant head plumes from side to side. This vigorous head tossing frequently morphs into bobbing preening, which entails the birds turning their heads around to flick their back feathers with their bills. Keen to constantly test the strength of their relationship during this feeling out process, a behaviour known as the ghostly penguin display is triggered by one of the pair approaching the other from beneath the water. Resurfacing within the partner's personal space, the grebe will rear up out of the water almost like a ghostly apparition with its neck arched down. Here the response of the watching grebe is crucial, with the desired riposte being a highly ritualised cat posture, which involves the watching grebe half opening its wings and ruffling its feathers in a gesture designed to appease and diffuse any tension between the two birds. As grebes are conspicuous water birds, happy to perform in the open on cold, clear days, this should be one of the easier British spectacles to catch in early spring. With your front row seats guaranteed, the only other thing that you'll need to pack, apart from your binoculars, is that all-important prerequisite to wildlife watching: plenty of patience. What I'll do is I'll leave you with some of my favourite photographs from this morning. I've had a really lovely morning wandering around here at Carsington Water. Definitely the highlight is going to be those videos that I've got of the grebes courting. I've managed to get some more close-up videos from this blind just behind me as well, to add to the ones I've already got from earlier in the day, so that's a really standout moment. Well, if you have enjoyed that video, do let me know down below in the comments, and nip over to my Instagram or Vero account, that's at Darrell Oakden Photography. Leave me your comments there, and you can also see lots of my photographs. Now, if you like what I do on the channel and you want to help support me to make future content like this, then you can leave at the gift shop. That's at Teespring. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, so head off over there because the purchase really does help me out and it's very much appreciated. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. Really helps me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video. That goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, you can go and check out this video just up here, but all that's left now is to say stay safe, and I'll see you soon.